Hello, this is Dr. Janet Hall. I'm a clinical psychologist and hypnotherapist in Melbourne, Australia. And I work a lot with hypnosis, and one of the severe issues that I face sometimes is girls who have eating disorders. And there was one girl who started off really angry about what had happened to her, and she said she realised recently that the majority of the human race, women especially, have been fed a lie. And the lie is that to be thin is to be happy. Unless you are thin, you will never be confident and you'll never be comfortable with who you are. This girl said that she got down to 50 kilograms and she was like 5'7". That's thin, way too thin. And as such, she said that she was manic. She was unhappy. She was starving herself one day and then eating, a carton of ice cream and a loaf of bread and a jar of Nutella the next, and then throwing it all up. She was a gym junkie, addicted to the gym. She could never relax. She felt like she had an absolute weight on her shoulders all the time, a little voice inside her head that said she was fat and that she would compare herself with everybody else and always think she wasn't thin enough. She was a control freak with everybody else, watching what they eat and telling them what was right or wrong about their eating patterns. Her inner voice, however, was telling her that she couldn't keep this up, that she couldn't maintain this being a food police person with herself. She knew that she was damaging herself. She needed a break. She was so tired. She had to ask herself the question, at what cost? Here is a really nice exercise that if you have been beating yourself up about your body shape or your eating habits, just give yourself a break right now and close your eyes and take a big deep breath. And let's start to imagine that it's your 80th birthday. And this is your special day and everybody who you love is there. Anyone at all, living or not, can be there at your 80th birthday party. Not just humans, but maybe pets that you have loved and have felt loved by. Just imagine with your eyes closed how happy it makes you feel to have all these human beings and creatures just there for you. What can you smell? What can you hear? What can you see? What do you look like? Sure, you might have wrinkles on your face, but not wrinkles on your mind. And after all, the wrinkles on your face are simply your lines of wisdom. What if everybody around you started to share what it was to be in your life? How do you want to be remembered? Who would they be? What would they say? Just imagine each person getting up and saying some nice words about you, acknowledging you, affirming you, telling their truth about you. And then, what if it's your turn to speak? What would you say to all your special people? What would you tell them about your life? If you were to say, "In my life I loved," how would you continue and how would you finish? If you were to say, "In my life I learned," I guarantee that whatever happens that you hear from other people, there would be nobody who would say, "Oh, Dr. Jan, she was perfect." They would say that she lived her life as best she could and we respected her and loved her for that. Life is too short to be so hard on yourself. Who are we trying to be? Whose perfect image are we trying to live up to, and why? It's time now for you to have some compassion for yourself. Gradually open your eyes now and see the world as a beautiful place, and that you are a beautiful person who has a right to be here. And as the words of that beautiful song that Whitney Houston made famous said, learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. Thank you.